Hey there, everybody. It's Friday, April the 28th. My goodness, we're almost at the end of April. We're going to finish embellishing this little Diane Antone project that we have going on. This is an easy flower tutorial that I do have listed in the description box below, so do check that out. I'm referring back to this one that I did on the 28th because I really like the way that it turned out. So we're kind of flipping back and forth from this one we did on the 28th to 25th to this one that we're doing today. So you'll kind of see me flipping back and forth. I wanted to get started by using some Sharpie markers. I found these Sharpies at Dollar General yesterday for $1. I mean, really, you just can't do any better. Another thing that I noticed about these Sharpies, y'all, is they're assembled in the United States, and that makes me really happy. It's a product of Newell Office Brands on Dunwoody Road in Atlanta, where one of my friends lives. I couldn't believe that when I read it. So let's crack open a brand new Sharpie marker, and I wanted to do some doodling. Man, doodling is fun on our current project. I'm going to flip back here. I'm going to see. I really love the way that this one turned out with the swirls. Now, if you didn't catch the first video of this series, go back and just kind of take a look at that, and you can see how I painted these circles to make into flowers. And all I'm doing here is just taking this brand new Sharpie. Whew, man, I love a Sharpie marker, and we're just going to do some swirls here. And then I think we're going to take another color and do some stars. I think the Sharpies that I was working with the other day when I visited with you guys was a little, it was a bit dried up. I really did try to fix it, and I know that's kind of funny. I tried sanding the tip off the Sharpie because I think what I did, and this was, you know, kind of a big boo-boo. Not a big boo-boo. There are no such things as big boo-boos when you're crafting. I think I used this over some paint pen that was not dry. So, ooh, I am so happy with that. All right, let's kind of flip back and see what we did. Now, you can do any kind of doodles that you want. Anything is a go, right? Just experiment around. Watch Diane because she has some great doodlings going on. I'm having such fun. Just kind of being able to breathe through my art again. I think that I had just kind of gotten stale, and you know how that happens. I mean, it just happens sometimes that you just need kind of like a fresh new energy, and what a fun time to be aware of new energy because it's springtime. Or it's supposed to be springtime here. And I think most of us are experiencing some springtime. I'm just kind of drawing some lines around here like this, and definitely trying not to touch that the swirly things that I had going on here. And then I think I might add maybe some dots as I am going around and embellishing the leaves. Just add a few dots here and there. And you can see that the white pen kind of starts picking up the blue. So I have to kind of twist it, you know, to kind of give it a new surface. There we go. I'd love to know what you guys are doing right now. What are you finding pleasure in? what is like are you doing anything new in crafting? I promised myself in January I was going to learn to crochet, which I did. And then I promised myself that I was going to learn to watercolor. And we're at the end of April, and I kind of feel good about the things that I have accomplished, you know, in the first few months of the year. It's tricky to get through, you know, through the winter. You kind of, I don't know, I think it's something you either love or you don't love or whatever. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm just here kind of taking the Sharpie and bringing it down through the these brown stems that I did. Then I think I want to do maybe something like that. Very simple. And then I think with this one I want to do some dots. With this one I'll go simple again. This one I want to do circles. And then we're just going to finish that off like that. Isn't it fun? Because basically you've taken a paint blob, a watercolor blob, and then you've made it into flowers, and then you've made it into leaves, and then you've made it into stems. It's just such fun. I'm just really having a great time with this. I'm so grateful when the universe shows me something, right? And I wasn't looking for watercolor videos, but Diane popped up in my things we think you might like kind of dealio at YouTube, and it was like, holy cow, it's miraculous to me the way that things work out like that. I really like this one, and I like the black on the blue, so I think that we might do that right here. And these are we're going to make this into concentric circles. So all we're going to do is this. And, you know, simple, but really, really effective. I also kind of think, y'all, and this is just a little hint, that the other day when I was trying to do this with the white pens and the ink, I think that maybe I had not let my piece dry as long as I probably should have. You know, might be advisable to maybe let it dry and go have lunch or something like that. A couple of people have asked about the Etsy store and flow journals and, you know, what I might be putting in the Etsy store. And I'm still kind of on the fence about Etsy, and if the shop is open and I do have a few things in the shop, but I'm still kind of trying to figure out what my next steps might be with the Etsy store. You know, you guys can always chime in and say, hey, here's what I liked about the Etsy store, and you know, that helps give me some awesome direction, and I really do appreciate that sort of input from you guys. So, you know, feel free to let me know if you would, you know, if you would like to see flow journals again, or, you know, I'm thinking about doing some watercolors and making them printables. And then that way, you know, I wouldn't get into the, you know, the whole shipping thing and that sort of thing. So I think printables are fun. Let me know how y'all feel about them. I really love this. So I think that I also did this right here. I'll kind of try and copy what I did right here. I'm not quite at the point where I can talk a whole lot and also do this. So sometimes I'm going to be a little bit quiet, which works out well because my throat is still sore. I worked in the yard day before yesterday. I think I'm just going to put some more black dots right here. And then come up here and do that. I kind of equate doodling with, you know, those mandala coloring books that we were all doing, you know, a while back. I think that's kind of it because it's very soothing and, you know, meditative, kind of healing feeling to just doodle around, especially when you can doodle on a, you know, really fun background like this. We had a bird's nest in the back of our house in a tree. And yesterday, our backyard birdies flew. Chris called them his birds. My birds are out of the nest. Well, you win. And then we have another bird's nest in front in a bush. And by golly, if she didn't fly sometime, like, I don't know when she flew because I checked on her last night. I mean, I don't know when they flew, the birdies. But all of our birds have flown. All of our little birdies are gone. However, last year, the bird in the front nest in the bush came back. And she had like round 2 and she had like 4 more babies. I do wonder if she's going to do that this year. So much fun to watch. I really like it. We are also watching Peaky Blinders for the first time. No spoilers, anybody. Whew, man. I think Cillian Murphy is pretty amazing. And Helen McCrory was one of my favorite actresses. She plays Polly. Polly Gray. What a great name. So we've really been enjoying that kind of through the chilly winter months. I'd love to know what you're watching. We have Netflix and Amazon. Okay, that looks cool. A few little dots to finish it out. And now I'm ready to have fun with leaves. So we'll do the leaves. I like making them different shapes. And Diane suggests different colors as well, you know. There we go. And I think to fill in my little circles here, I'm going to use a Derwent Graphic Line Painter. This is a number 2. Chris had a little project where he did these. Where's the purple? I thought there was purple in here. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here's the purple pack. I don't know how much these are, y'all, but I'll put them in the description box below. You know, I'll find some. They have, I got to tell you, they've stayed very juicy. And it's been 4 years since he's used these. But they've really stayed nice. I think I'm going to leave that as it is. Okay. I think with this one, we're going to go for some more swirls. This is a great project that you know, you could do your paint circles like in the morning or something, and then take the whole thing downstairs and, you know, watch your favorite shows and do the embellishment. Or take it outside and sit in the garden. Don't watch the TV at all. I kind of just like that the way it is. Sort of don't feel like it needs much of anything. So I think that I learned to do 4 paintings in 3 weeks. You know, not doing it all the time, right? Which is probably not that bad. I'll be 65 in July, and I can feel like this, you know, I'm getting, I don't have to knock out 50 things. Just a few things is enough. Doing a few things makes you feel knocked out. Sometimes I'll talk to Mama and she'll go, I went here and there and here. And I'm like, oh, how do you do that? You're like 20 years older than me. And I can't, you know, can't do like 4 or 5 things a day. Bless my Mama's heart. She sure has she's an amazing person. What to do for this one? What do you think? I kind of like what I did here, so I think I'm going to pick up on that right there. Diane talks about balancing your paintings, and she talks about that in this video. the Easiest Flowers you'll ever paint video. And it's like, you know, that's useful information. And you'll discover, listening to her, how to balance a painting. I just think she's great. Wonderful teacher. And she's very funny. These paintings are very soothing to me. You know, they have a very calming quality. I think the rest of them I'm just going to let be. Chris is practicing downstairs. Probably hear him. Well, and let me know what you guys think about printables over at the Etsy store. Kind of thinking that might be fun to do. It might be something that I could do and share, and y'all could print them and, you know, use them however you see fit. We are done with this, and we haven't even been here very long, so you can see how this little project really does, you know, really does speed along. I think the next thing that I'm going to revisit today is probably going to be, don't you love the sheep? I love this sheep. I love doing this as well. I think I'm going to revisit this a little later on today. So we'll do that after lunch. I'm not sure if I'm going to turn the camera on for this one or not, because honestly, you start splattering paint and it goes everywhere. And let me go on my phone as well. But that's it for today, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. And I really do encourage you to visit Diane and get some real art knowledge going. It's so much fun to watercolor. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.